What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armoury. We're just on the Armoury tonight because it is just Arsenal content tonight. And it is the Arsenal quiz, as Tony has now called No One's Arsenal. Very clever way of wording there. But we were going to have 3 guests. Unfortunately, 2 are ill. So big up to the people that are poorly. I hope you get better soon. But we have got my wonderful pod brother with me. How are you doing, Brenny?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm looking forward to seeing testing your knowledge, because I've created this specifically to make it hard for you. I know it sounds wrong, but I had to test you the best I can.
That's so nice of you, That's
Big up to Ollie that's already in the chat. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Big up to Tony. Like I said to Brenny, Tony has taken part of this. And yeah, I've got his score, and I'll reveal it at the end when I get Brenny's score. Big up to Luke. Hope you're doing well. And big up to Tony Fulbrook. Evening, Bobby and Brenny K. This should be interesting. It should be interesting. And people, feel free to put your answers in the comments. If I can, and I manage to, I'll try and count yours up as well. If you can answer all the questions, I'll try and do the tally as well, so I can see how you get on. Try not to cheat, because you probably can Google some of these questions and probably get the answers.
I'm not going to bother.
I have created these questions myself. They're not Arsenal quiz books, so these are my questions. So, Brenny, are you ready, my friend?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so we've got 4 categories. We're going to do each category as we go. I'll score you for each category, and the first category is Arsenal history. You can't trust the chat, Bobby. True, but I do trust my regulars. I have to be honest. Tony is definitely a regular. Luke, and I know Geeks was tempted to come in as well. So hopefully Geeks might listen back to this. So Geeks, if you do listen back, play along and put your score in the comments if you can't listen to it live. I'd love to know what your score is. It's nothing. There's no bad, anything can happen if you've got a bad score. It's just I want to test your knowledge. Some of this is crazy knowledge for Arsenal. So let's get on with it. Right. So the first question, Brenny, can you name any of the 3 men primarily responsible for forming Arsenal?
Oh my gosh. No one. Any of them.
Let me know when you're done, mate, and I'll move on to the next.
And I was looking at this. I was looking at this a few days ago.
Did you know I might come up with this one?
Well, no, it was kind of about when were they formed and all of that, That's what I was looking at. But there was one name in particular that stood out, and I just cannot remember his name now. Jeez.
Don't worry, I will let you know at the end of the category. So don't worry, I will let you know. Right, let's move on to the next question. Right. Arsenal purchased a freehold of Armoury for £64,000 in what year? And you do get a bonus question if you can also tell me the month as well, if you're that clever. So do you know the year? Got an answer, mate?
Yes.
Okay, I'll move on to the next question. Which member of the 1966 World Cup winning squad played for Arsenal? And if you can also write the season that he played, do that as well. You get a bonus point.
The season which he played.
Yeah.
Okay.
In what season did Arsenal experiment with green shirts, blue sleeves, and blue shorts? Okay. And the final question for this section is in 1994-95 season, Arsenal played in their only ever Super Cup. Who was it against? And you get a bonus point if you know the score too.
Yeah. It was, Yeah.
All right. Right. That is the end of that section. We'll move on to that one in a minute. Right. Did you put an answer down for question 1?
No, that was a tough one.
Okay. Well, the 3 men were David Danskin, Elijah Watkins, and Fred Beardsley. They were the 3 men that had the meeting in the pub to form Arsenal. The second question. No, it's all right. Luke said question 1. Can't name them, but I'll know when you tell me. Fair enough. Right. Question 2. What was your answer for question 2, mate?
I put down in May 1913.
No. To both of them. It was August 1925.
Oh, blimey. Got them one wrong.
Let's see what people went with here. Luke went for 1913. Tony went for 1903. I think a lot of people might have got mixed up about when we moved into Highbury.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't actually own it until 1925. Right, question 3. What did you put down for your answer for that one?
I put down Alan Ball.
Correct. What season?
Season. I put down 1968-69 season.
71.
71. Jeez.
Yep.
As in what? As in 71-72?
Well, yeah, but yeah, it's 1971. He joined us, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, basically, I've got Alan Ball right, but I've got the year, the season wrong.
Yeah, correct. Right, so Brenny's on 1, Luke's on 1. Right. What did you put down for the season for the green shirt?
I put down 1982-83 season.
Well done. I had a feeling you'd get that one spot on. Luke's got that spot on as well. Tony went for 1989. The final question about the Super Cup. Who did we play and what was the score?
We played AC Milan and we lost 2-0 on aggregate. We drew the first
Well
game
done.
0-0
Yeah.
at Armoury and then lost at the San Siro.
There you go. So Freddie's not going to be tricky here. Question 5. Tony went for Inter. Very close, but did get the right score. Luke went for the right team. Lost. Well done, Luke. You're doing well, mate. Right, let's put Tony down as well because he did get the score right with that one. Right, let's move on to the next category. Arsenal knowledge. What club did we hire Arsene Wenger from on the 1st of October, 1996?
Oh, I always get mixed up with the two clubs.
That's all right.
Hold on.
That's okay. You let me know when you've written it down and I'll move on.
Okay. Yeah, done.
Awesome. Let's move on to the next question. What film was used to test the big screens at the Emirates Stadium? Now, yeah, exactly. You seriously need to know, like, weird knowledge for some of these questions. Look, you should tell it's me. I've created some really weird questions.
Was that in an Arsenal quiz or was that in the Seen It film game?
It was in the Arsenal history record book.
Serious?
The information's in, yeah.
Film that was used to test the big screen at the Emirates Stadium. 2006. It's got to be a sports movie, surely. No, that's got me well stuffed. Seriously.
All right, no worries. We'll move on to the next question. What is the club's record win for the first game of the season? Now, I'm gonna. This is a 3-point question. Score, team, and season. If you can get any of it, then I'll give you 3 points. And obviously, if you get the team right, I'll give you a 1 point. Score right, 1 point, etc., etc. I'm loving some of the guesses in Tony and Luke putting. You're all going to be skazumped with the film, I tell you. You'll be like, what?
Right. Sorry. Oh man, I'm stuck with that one.
It's good. You're going to kick yourself, actually, to be fair. You're going to kick yourself as well.
First game of the season.
Yeah, so our club record win for the first game of the season. I can see where Luke's going with, because this is what Tony did. He thought it was something in the 30s or the 20s or something.
Yeah.
Actually more recent than that, which is mad.
Wait a minute. Sorry, go with that again. So it's the team,
the score, and the season.
Okay, I got you now. Right. I think I got this one.
Okay.
Hold on. Right. Score. Okay. Right. Okay, I think I've got it.
All right, let's move. Next question. What does our motto, Victoria Concordia Classic, mean?
Oh, that is the most difficult question I've ever had. Yes.
I've got to give some easy ones. Tony will be disappointed for anybody that doesn't know this answer.
Yeah, I know. Gosh. Clive Anderson used to talk about it a lot.
Yeah. Right. Last question for this one. What season was the North Bank mural erected for? Now, this is the one at the Highbury when the North Bank was being built, just for anyone that's unaware of what we're talking about. Do you remember the season?
Oh, the mural that we have.
Yeah, you know, that big, horrible
yes
board that we had behind the goal when the North Bank was being built.
Yeah.
Because my family had to move. We had to move from the North Bank to the East Stand for that. It was horrid.
Yeah.
Hated the East Stand.
I can remember going to a game. I'm obviously not going to review all the season, but I can remember going to a game with Canners, and we didn't like it.
No, so, it was funny because I said to Tony, I said it was quite funny because every time you missed the goal, you could hear the ball hitting the board and you hear the sounds and it bounced back. It was just weird. It was something.
It was strange. I got that
one. Okay, so I'm looking at the answers here. Question 9. No, sorry, mate. Sorry, Luke. You and Tony will have words. That's all I'm saying. Right, let's remove those. Right, what was your answer for the Arsene Wenger one? Where did we get him from?
It was Nagoya.
If you could just say the second part, I'll accept that because I know the first part's hard to say.
Yeah, Nagoya wasn't 8 because there's Grandpa's 8.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Grandpa's 8. Yeah,
Grandpa's 8.
Yeah,
Grandpa's 8, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't put the first part because that was really hard to remember. Everyone.
Yeah, that was because I thought I had to include that as well.
Yeah, no, you're fine, mate. I'm not that picky. I'm not that picky, honestly. Right, question 7. So, what was the movie?
What, the Arsenal Stadium Mystery?
No.
I just thought it was Arsenal. Maybe it was that.
No, it was My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Was the first ever movie played on this screen.
Yes. What, the first one? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that they were testing it. So Tony went for Escape to Victory. I could see where you're going with that one.
Yeah.
Fever Pitch. That's what Tony went for with it as well.
That was that one as well. So.
Yeah, but no, it was My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
No
idea why. It makes no sense.
Well, that wouldn't even appear on a question of sport. Damn, that's a terrible question.
Hey, don't question the Quizmaster. Right, what was our record win for our first game of the season?
Well, they're normally tough games of the season, but all I can recall on the first day of the season was Everton 4-1 2004-2005.
Okay. You got the team right, the wrong score, and the wrong year.
Oh.
It was 2009-2010 against
Oh my
Everton,
gosh. Yes.
6-1.
6-1. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I only got Everton right. Yeah, I forgot about that game. Because I had quite a few people around watching that game that day.
So Luke went with 9-0 Sunderland 1931. I'm guessing. Look, to be fair, Tony went for like early 30s, early 20s. I get where you're coming from.
And that 6-1, I even think Danielson scored.
Yeah, he did. Tony was talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, going Emirates that season. You never used to see him on the pitch, even let alone score.
Yeah. Tony nearly got it right. It was 6-1, not 7-1. So good guessing, guys. Right. Next question. What does Victoria? What does our motto mean?
Victory through harmony.
Well done. Luke went. Victory something.
Oh, Luke.
I love it. Right, and the final question regarding the North Bank mural. What season was that for?
92-93.
Well done. Yeah. Luke, I'll allow your 1992 because, technically it's right. Right. The next part is called the Arsenal Hail Enders. Now, I am going to show you a career path, and you've got to guess the player from the career path. They've all been through our academy or through Hale End. So, Tony's listening. Luke, that's disgraceful. And he's laughing his head off. Right, let's go through the first player. Right. I love this one. I barely understand English, never mind Latin. Big up to Geeks. Hope you can take part if you can. Don't worry if you're late. Honestly, just listen back if you can and try and take part and put your score in if you can, mate. Big up to everyone. No, right. So we are going to go with. I just remembered I need to get a screen up on my other screen here just to help you a little bit, so I can tell you if it's on loan or not, because it might help you a little bit because it is tricky, to be fair. Right. Here is the first career path. Arsenal, Brentford on loan, Coventry on loan, Forest on loan, Hull on loan, Brighton on loan, St Truden on loan, moved to Paok, moved to Middlesbrough, back to Paok on loan, then to Ajax. Who is that Highlander? You can just tell me, by the way. You don't need to write it down, that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can just tell me, because it would just be easy. We could just move straight on.
All right, then.
You know who it might be?
On loan at Brentford, on loan at Coventry.
Yeah.
Was on loan at Forest. So on loan at quite a few clubs, and then went to Middlesbrough.
Yes. And then ended up at Ajax.
Oh, shit. Well, that definitely wasn't Paul Merson, because he never went to Ajax. So, yeah. I'm just going through the ones in my head. All the Highlanders in my head. Is that Ryan Adelaide, Jeff Ryan Adelaide?
No. The answer is Chuba Akpom. He's now at Ajax.
Well, of course.
So, yeah. Luke, well done, mate. Because that weren't that easy. I had a feeling if Moss was here, he'd have got that. Quincy, a good guess, but no, sadly wrong. That is tough. It is tough, and I've done it tough to try and not trick Brenny, but just to give Brenny a bit of a tough 5 second. Now I'm not. If it was if it was all free, I probably would have done a timer. But to be fair, it's just Brenny. Brenny, that was my reaction. Yeah, it was, to be fair. He was kicking himself. Right, let's move on to the second player. Right, Arsenal, Bolton on loan, Bournemouth on loan, went to West Ham, went back to Bournemouth, and then AGF, which is a team in Denmark. Who is that Highlander?
Was he at AGF now, or was he retired?
I can't help you. That is all I can tell you.
So on loan at Bolton, went to Bournemouth, went to West Ham, back to Bournemouth. West Ham.
That's the bit that's stumping you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You give up?
I'm stumped.
All right. It's good. And I will say this. Tony kicked himself hard in this one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Jack Wilshere.
Jack Wilshere.
Yeah.
You see, it was the West Ham thing. And
Was it?
I knew he went to Bournemouth, but I can't recall him being at West Ham.
Yeah, he. I'll tell you how many games he played. He played 16 games. He was there for 2 seasons.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's poor on my part.
Right, let's move on to the next one. The funny thing is, these first 2 are probably the easiest. Now it's going to get onto 2 tricky ones. Then we finish with a nice, easy one. So this could be interesting. Right, Arsenal, Rotherham on loan, Oxford on loan, Sheffield United on loan, moved to Southampton, went to Celtic on loan, Brentford, and then Wickham. Who is that Highlander?
Scott Marshall.
How the heck did you do that one?
Was that Scott Marshall?
Yeah.
Got to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew he played for Celtic and Brentford. And I remember when he was at Southampton. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. The 2 hard ones might be the easy ones for you. Do you know where he is now?
Yeah, he's coaching.
Yeah, he's Colchester United's assistant coach. Yeah. Tony got it right. Well done, Tony. I was surprised you got that one because I thought that was quite tricky. Because not a lot of people remember Scott Marshall. I make an impact at Arsenal. Luke wouldn't have got that one. I knew Brady would get this. That's Tony. Right, let's move on to our 4th Highlander. Arsenal, Crystal Palace on loan, moved to Portsmouth, went to Brentford on loan, Grimsby, Northampton, Leeds, Leyton Orient, Northampton, Corby Town. Who is that Highlander?
Jeez. Orient that wasn't loan. That must have been.
Yeah, once he signed from to Portsmouth, he then went to Brentford on loan, and then it was all permanent signings from then. So Grimsby, right. Northampton, Leeds, all permanent signings.
Okay. Northampton and Corby. Oh, he had 2 spells in Northampton. Palace, Portsmouth. Oh, that's not Beckford, is it?
No, it's not. No. I will tell you, it is Jason Crow.
Okay. Right. I know. Yeah.
Shumack. Bigger ticks. Frimpong, no, sadly not. Luke Ayling, no. Luke Ayling would have had Yeovil in there. He was at Yeovil for quite a while as well. Geeks dull. Yeah, to be fair, that's not a good one, Geeks. To be honest, Shumack, Corby Town. There's no Bordeaux in there or anything like that. That's a good one. I will exit there. Love you, Geeks. Right, your final Highlander. This one should be fairly easy. Arsenal, Valencia B, Valencia, AC Milan.
Oh. Yeah. You know when you could just see him? Name. Arsenal, Valencia. He wasn't on loan though at all, was he? At no. Valencia. No, he wasn't.
When he left Arsenal, he went to Valencia B on a permanent.
Yeah. Benasser. Ismail Benasser.
Ismail who? Oh, you were talking about the guy? No,
is that his name?
No, it is. What's his name again? Yunus Musa.
No.
He was just signed from AC Milan in the last summer. He's one of our Highlanders, the American midfielder.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No worry, that was tricky. No, It's a recent transfer, and obviously he wasn't with us for very long, to be fair, but he was a Highlander. Luke got it right. Tony got it right. Might have spelt that incorrectly. No, you actually. It's Musa, so it's Musah. But to be fair, it is a hard surname to spell. Old Bill coming to Nick Brenny because he's struggling with this one. It's criminal.
This was
To be fair, Tony
but
got that one really well. Tony did that one. That was the only one he actually got, to be fair. So it might have something to do with the Valencia love. So, yeah. Right. Let's move on to the next one. Right. I'm going to have to explain this one. This is Guess Who. Right. So you're going to have a clue. There's going to be 5 clues. If you get the right answer for the first one, you get 5 points. But I will not tell you the answer until the end. So I won't tell you. You've got to keep guessing. You can keep changing your answer if you want as well, but you will get the maximum points if you guessed him at the first point. Right. Okay. So this is called Arsenal Guess Who. Name is Gooner. Nationality. Right. I'm going to give you the nationality. You can put out a guess if you want. That's absolutely fine. Right. Croatian.
Okay.
So you give me a name, and then I'll move on to the next.
Croatian.
Yep, that's all. That's the clue.
I'm just trying to think if there are any other Croatians because I can only think of one Croatian right now.
Okay.
Superman.
Okay. Next clue is he made 15 appearances. He made 24 from the subs bench and scored 11 goals. Is your guess still Suka?
Yes.
Okay. We signed him from Real Madrid in 1999-2000 season for £4.6 million from Real Madrid. Is your guess still Suka?
Davor Suker. Yep. Sure is.
We didn't sell him. He went to West Ham for free in the season of 2000 and 2001. Your guess is still Davor Suker, yep?
Yeah.
And his initials are DS. So well done, Brenny. You got 5 points. I have to try and make sure that I don't give it away. But yes, you did get it right. So did Tony, to be fair. He got it right straight away as well. Yeah, there you go. Everyone's got it right in the end. I know that Luke went for Eduardo because he was actually Croatian. So well done. To be fair, Luke, I'm going to give you an extra point just because you actually remembered another Croatian. Because Eduardo, even though he was technically Brazilian, went under the nationality of Croatian. Right, your next one. I'm sorry, but I've got to be mean. Nationality, English. Name me any English player you wish.
David Rocastle.
Okay, that's a good one, to be fair. Right, he made 6 appearances, 11 appearances from the subs bench, scoring 3 goals.
That's definitely not David Rocastle.
That's definitely not.
Sorry, he made 6 appearances.
Yep, 11 from the subs bench and scored 3 goals.
Well, that sounds like Chris Kiwomya.
Okay, we'll move on to the next clue. We signed him in 1994-95 season for £1.9 million from Ipswich Town. Is your guess still Chris Kiwomya?
Yes, it's your buddy Chris Kiwomya.
We let him go to QPR in the 1998-1999 season. Is it still Chris Kiwomya?
If that's not Chris Kiwomya, then it's his brother, Stephen.
His initials are C for Charlie, K for Kilo, and obviously Brenny has got that spot.
Clark Kent, aka Chris Kiwomya. Are you there? because I said the Chris Kwame thing, isn't it? Don't tell me that's me. I think it's me in there. I think that's me. Ooh. Well, I'm sure Bobby will be back after these messages.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. My internet decided to really play a big dull question there. Right.
Worries, man.
Right, let's get on to the next one before my internet dies again. Right. So, yes, obviously, Brenny, you got 4 points for that one because you guessed it on the fourth guess. Right, the next clue is Swedish.
Swedish. Stefan Schwarz.
Okay. He made 49 appearances, scoring 4 goals for the Arsenal.
Stefan Schwarz.
Okay. We signed him from Benfica in 1994-95 season for £850,000.
Yep, definitely Stefan Schwarz.
We sold him for 1.9 million to Fiorentina in the 1995-96 season.
Yeah, that
Still
was
Stefan Schwarz.
Yeah.
And his initials are SS. So well done, Brenny. You got the 5 there. Lundberg was Luke's first guess. Limpar. No. Questions. Yeah, exactly. Stefan Schwarz, one of my favourite midfielders to play at Arsenal. I was only for a very short time, but I loved him. I absolutely loved him. Scorpio Sabotage the stream. Possible. With how much I wish he never played for Arsenal, it is possible. He hates Chris Cromie that much. Yeah. I don't hate the guy. I just can't stand the fact he played for Arsenal. It's an Ipswich Colchester thing. That's all it is. Right. The next player is, and the first clue is Estonian.
Mark Poom.
Okay. He made 1 appearance and 1 substitution appearance for Arsenal.
Mark Poom.
We signed him from Sunderland for free in 2005-2006 season.
Oh, it's not Mark Poom. Actually, no, sorry, it is Mark Poom. It is Mark Poom. Sorry, it is. I have to think about that there.
We sold him to Watford for £90,000 in 2007-2008 season. And I'll just move on to the initials. It's MP. So well done. I know you're having a little bit of a meltdown in the middle there.
Yeah.
You would have still got the 5 because you guessed him straight away, so it's fine. But I did like the fact you went, "Oh, it's not Mark Boom."
I thought it had to be.
I was like, "Who else do we sign from Sunderland for free?"
You know what I mean? I can't think of any other Estonians. You know what I mean?
Right. And your final player. Now, this is going to be tricky because the first clue is French.
Oh, cool. That is going to be tricky.
Yeah. So you name any French player you wish, and then we'll go through the clues and we'll see how many points you get. Big up to Luke that's got it right, and Tony Fulbrook that got it right.
French player. French player. I'm going to go with Gilles Gamondi. I'm not going to go with the obvious French players.
Okay, fair enough. He made 114 appearances and 4 from the subs bench, scoring 11 goals.
It's definitely not Gamondi. How many appearances?
114.
Scoring 11 goals.
Yes.
Jeez, that is a tough one. Not Perez, not Wiltor. They scored more goals. Vieira made more appearances. Can't recall. Manuel Petit.
Okay. We'll move on to the next clue. We signed him from 1997-1998 season for £3.2 million from Monaco.
Manuel Petit.
We sold him in 2000 and 2001 season for £12.9 million. It's where we used to make money to Barcelona.
Yep. Manu Petit.
And his initials are EP. So well done, Brenny. I have to try not to give it away that you've already got it, but you did get it on the appearances and goals. Right, let's count your tally up.
The Highlanders one was my weak one.
Yeah, it was actually. Tony did say you do better at the history. You got 4 out of 10 for the history, which isn't bad. You got 4 out of 7 for the Arsenal knowledge, but I did put some tricky ones in there for you, to be fair. The Highlanders, you go 1 out of 5, but you did really well with the Guess Who. So, right, let's see what you got. This is out of 47. So you got 32 out of 47.
Jeez, that's
bad.
poor.
Tony got 24 out of 47 earlier. It was tricky. He struggled with the Highlanders. That was tricky for him. Struggled with the history part. Obviously, I put some real tricky questions in there.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. So, well done, Brenny. That weren't bad. Guys, you did really well. Tony went for Vieira guessing there. Adelaide. Luke went for Petit. Luke, you did really well as well. You got a really quite a good score. You weren't far behind Brenny. So, yeah, well, you weren't too far behind. You got more than Tony. So, well done for you. But, Luke, well done. Because, honestly, they weren't easy. I did create them specifically to be tricky. Because I have actually got an Arsenal history book. So, I can literally go for the history book and just find some really weird knowledge. So, yeah.
No, it was good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. Because, you know, football's back this weekend, thankfully.
Oh, yes.
We have got the preview on Thursday. I think we're doing it now. I think it's G. Are you joining me Thursday night?
I'll be there Thursday. I'm on Thursday. Yep. I'll be there.
Yeah, so obviously it's the Everton game. And for people, and Tony did put an interesting head-to-head at Goodison. It don't look good when we go to Goodison. It don't look good, does it? No. And we've really got to annihilate them. because of how poor Everton are at the moment, we have to annihilate them. And I'm sorry, Everton.
Oh,
I do love
100%.
I do love Everton as in the Liverpool teams. I prefer Everton to Liverpool, but yeah, we've got to annihilate them. I need a one-on-one with Brenny. Look, we will definitely do some more. We'll definitely do some more quizzes. I quite like the Guess Who, and I love the Highlanders
section. Yeah,
the Highlanders. That is tricky, and I can do that all day. I could do that all day. Just look up their careers and test you because it is tricky. And the one that I didn't think anyone would get, you actually managed to get. Obviously, I put him in there. It's mad that that's the one you get is Scott Marshall because no one really remembers him. He didn't really do much at Arsenal.
I mean, I remember him. I mean, he had a few games under Bruce Rioch.
Yeah,
and I can remember a bullet header he scored against Newcastle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's one of those that he's your my version of Andy Linnigan. I'll always remember Andy Linnigan for certain things. And he's your centre back that remember. Yeah. But guys, really appreciate everyone getting involved. I remember Scotty Marshall. Yeah, to be fair, he's doing all right. He's obviously got our Bandera cultures as well, so hopefully he's looking after him. Also, the other interesting fact, which before we talk about where you can find Brenny, is for people that don't know, Kido Hart and Alex Kirk are on loan at Bromley. Now, I didn't realise until I did the watch along at the weekend, but Andy Woodman is actually the manager of Bromley.
Okay.
And he's obviously ex-Arsenal coach.
Yeah.
So, obviously, that is an interesting idea to look at because Andy's going to look after them really well and give them some playing time. They haven't played yet, but I get sure they will play it soon. And Bromley, to be fair, play really good football. So they absolutely annihilated Maidenhead at the weekend. And they were the poorest team, and they beat them 4-1. So it's interesting, and big up to Andy Woodman. Obviously, we all know him from being at Arsenal. Obviously, his son is a goalkeeper now as well. Linnigan is that goal and the broken arm for me. Yeah, Steve Morrow. The awful idea of jumping on someone's back that really went really wrong. It's what it is. Right, Brenny, thank you ever so much for coming on, mate. Where can people find you?
Thank you. Yeah, you can find me here on the Armoury TV, and you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram.
Awesome stuff. And you'll catch me again on Thursday. I don't know if I'm doing any other shows. I might be doing something on FTSN this week. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely be back here Thursday, and I'll be obviously back here for the watch along on Saturday evening as well against Everton. So, guys, really appreciate everyone's comments. Thank you for getting involved. Luke, well done. You did really well. And Brenny, well done. That was tricky, but you did well.
It was.
Guys, take care. See you later. Bye-bye.
Take care.